boat dock. Now you can see where there's the main lake out there, and there's the back of the cove here. So this is the one of the last docks in the back of this cove here. Now normally when we're talking about fishing, you know, these shallow docks, you're talking about fishing the last 3 or 4 docks in the very back of the cove here. And the water depth on this thing, as you can see, we've got 3 foot of water right here, which is perfect. One of the things about fishing shallow boat docks is these fish will get shallower on these docks than what most people realize, even if the water's a little bit cooler. So for example, what I am looking for is I want a dock where the outside part of this dock right there is in no more than 3 foot of water. That's sort of the magical depth. Now the inside part of the dock can be as shallow as 3 feet. One of the things that these fish do is these fish will get on these shallow docks, and they get underneath those docks, and they just lay in wait there and ambush. Now, most of the time, they're just swimming around underneath there, and it is unbelievable how aggressive some of these fish are. Like, see, like right there, like the openings in those 2 docks there, it's probably only about 2 foot deep there, 1.5 foot or 2 feet. But guys, I can't tell you how many big ones I've caught, like 4, 5, 6 pound bass, like pitching a jig up into that super shallow water, almost sometimes where you can see the bottom. I've caught them where you can see the bottom and catch a big one there. Now, the key area on these docks here is relative to the water depth. If you have enough water depth, and in terms of what I think is enough water depth, is you need at least to have really like 1.5 foot, you know, maybe 2 foot of water is perfect. But most of the time, the quality fish like to be on the inside part of even these shallow docks here. Now, even though that's only 3 foot deep there, and it's maybe 1.5 foot there, there's something about it. They like to be relating to that walkway and the cover behind it. That's their #1 area to do it. But you can't overlook, you know, any other type of a thing in here. Now, the techniques I like, a jig is my #1 technique. You know, without a doubt, a jig or a creature bait, something where I can pitch and flip up underneath there. But another bait that works really good on these shallow docks is a chatterbait. So one of the things that I'll do is I may pitch and flip in these tight corners, you know, the shady areas in here, and then I'll take that chatterbait and I'll run the chatterbait down the sides of these docks, like during the front and the sides, and just, you know, just slowly work my way down through there. The slips, the walkways are going to be good too. I'll take that chatterbait and I'll just like pitch it and flip it up and right along the tight areas there, and it's a really good way to catch them. Now, another thing with this is water visibility. One of the things that I have found about these shallow docks is don't let clear water scare you. Obviously, if you've got a little